My own sister made false accusations against me because I refused to supply alcohol for her party. This happened some years ago. I'm in my 30s now, but back then I was 22. My sister was 18, and she was my mom's golden child. My dad, thankfully, has a good head on his shoulders and always called my sister out on her nonsense. But my mom's interference always meant my sister got off easy anyway. This is what happened back then. My parents decided to take a vacation to ski in Aspen and left my sister to watch the house for them. They told her no parties, but that was a rule she completely ignored. A day after our parents left, my sister started sending out invites to a party promising free alcohol. I hadn't seen that post yet, but then my sister called me and asked me to get alcohol for her party. She said I was over 21 and could legally buy it. She also wanted me to pay for it and promised to invite me to the party, introducing me to an easy girl to pay me back. I told her I wasn't going to break the law to make her happy. She should never have told people her party would have alcohol. She screamed at me over the phone, saying I was ruining her life, and that she couldn't take back the invites since they were all over her Facebook. I looked at her post and face-palmed. I told her what she did was really stupid and that she and her friends were all underage, so it was illegal. She tried to say it would only be illegal if I snitched on them. I said I wouldn't snitch, but I wasn't going to buy her booze either. She screamed at me some more, so I hung up the phone. That night, my sister had the party, and someone called the police for underage drinking. After being arrested and confronted by police, my sister threw me under the bus and said I'd supplied the alcohol she was using. It turned out she actually broke into Dad's liquor cabinet and thought it'd be better to frame me for her crime. The police came and arrested me at my apartment the day after the party. They seemed already convinced I was guilty and didn't really listen when I said I was never there. But I willingly cooperated with them. At the station, I told them the whole story and got them to look at my sister's Facebook post. Thankfully, a few people there listened to me. Still, I had to spend the night in a cell while my parents were called. My mom and dad flew back home overnight and bailed out both my sister and me. But my mom tried to make Dad leave me in jail because my sister had told them her lies as well. Dad took the time to talk to me and look at my sister's Facebook, so he believed me. This caused a fight between him and my mom. When they got home, Dad discovered my sister had broken into his liquor cabinet and spoke to police on my behalf. My mom, however, still wanted the blame to fall on me because, as she put it, the charges were ruining her baby's future. My innocence was further proven by CCTV showing me and my car leaving work and arriving at home. My car didn't move from there the rest of the day and night. In my sister's story to police, I had driven out and gotten the alcohol for her, but I wasn't seen on any liquor store CCTV, and my bank account showed no transactions buying alcohol. Our parents' house had a camera at the front door, and my car was never seen in the driveway that day. After being confronted with those facts, my sister's story changed to saying I already had the alcohol and gave it to her at my apartment. But her car never showed up at my apartment either. There were just a few cheap beers in my fridge and no hard alcohol. My sister finally had to give up on her lies, and my parents were severely disappointed in her. But my mom still tried to convince me to take the fall for my sister. She came to my apartment and demanded I tell police it was all my fault. I said I wasn't going to ruin my future for my sister. She refused to leave and went from demanding to begging. She even got on her knees and tried to convince me that she and Dad would make everything okay in the long run if I just took the blame. I said I'd rather live my life poor than have a felony on my record. She threw a huge fit and started throwing things because I refused. I threatened to call police, and she left my apartment cussing me out like a mad woman. I've never heard so many curse words from her before or since, but she kept them up all the way to her car, and followed with saying she should have aborted me before driving off. I called Dad right away and told him everything that happened. He was insanely angry and got in a huge fight with Mom as soon as she got home. She didn't even deny what she said or did, because she thought it was for the greater good of her daughter. Dad told her she couldn't destroy me to save my sister. Then he threatened to divorce her if she didn't try to make things right. She ended up sobbing and said she'd do whatever he wanted. Dad said it was couples and family counseling or divorce. Mom signed a prenup before she married him, so she really had no choice. In family counseling, I called her out on how she always believed my sister's lies. My sister tried to say they were not lies, but each one I pointed out from over the years said otherwise. I had written a list of all the lies I could remember from the past decade, all proven false. Mom and sister were forced to stay silent as I read them all. They tried to interject repeatedly, but Dad and the counselor silenced them. My sister, proven beyond doubt to be a liar and manipulator, just shut down and refused to say anything more. Mom finally apologized to me, but it was obviously forced because she looked so uncomfortable. I told her her apology was very fake, and after so many years of favoritism, the damage was done. My relationship with her never really recovered. She was convinced I was guilty no matter what until my sister admitted the truth, and then wanted me to pretend to be guilty anyway to protect her favorite child. But nothing went her way, so she just went back to crying about it. When my sister went to court, Mom pleaded with the judge to go easy on her for underage drinking and giving alcohol to others. My sister also resisted arrest when police came to shut down the party. She was very drunk when it happened. They kept her in a cell overnight to sober up, and then she told police I'd been the one to provide the alcohol. Mom's begging, along with the relentless lawyer my parents hired, got the judge to cut a deal if my sister pled guilty, which she did not want to do, but her lawyer strongly recommended it to avoid jail time. There was no other way to keep her from getting a felony on her record. My sister's lawyer used the fact that the alcohol had not been bought that day, but was already in the house before the party, to help lessen the charges. My sister's Facebook post was deleted as soon as she could to hide evidence. The judge just wanted the case over with, so my sister got off with a huge fine that Mom paid most of, and a couple years of probation. She was also made to get therapy by Dad. She never really showed actual remorse for what she did, only animosity toward me, no matter how wrong she was. She was eventually diagnosed as a narcissist after Dad made her see a doctor. After probation and 4 years of college, she decided to leave home for California and never come back once she landed a good job. She currently works in an office in Los Angeles, and we haven't spoken in years. Dad got her that job, and she hasn't shown any real appreciation. Even Mom has given up on her ever coming home for the holidays and us being family again. It tore Mom up inside for a few years, but now she's just bitter. She doesn't really blame me anymore, but we only show indifference to each other. Just because my sister cut her off doesn't make me the new favorite. It just means Mom lost her baby and isn't getting her back. She can't leave Dad because she's too reliant on him, despite having her own career. She'd never want to be on her own again, so she's become a shell of her former self. Things between Dad and me are still great. He's pretty much disowned my sister for what she's done and stopped caring if she'll ever talk to him again. He and Mom don't even sleep in the same bedroom anymore. She moved into the guest room about 5 years ago and has stayed there. Their marriage is really just one on paper these days.